I always believe that anytime you invest in people, you can never go wrong. And the investment in education was always something that set LIGHTOLIER apart. My history starts out as an interior designer. When I went to design school, they didn't spend a lot of time on lighting. It was actually one of the classes that was sort of glazed over. When I got out into the field, I didn't know anything about lighting, and I really was a little bit lost. I was reading books and taking online courses to try to get ahead, but LIGHTOLIER came along and they took me under their wing. The amount of time that they spent educating us and took us to the lighting labs and showed us what lighting did, it made me feel like I was important and I mattered to them. And there were a lot of other companies that were competing against them, but it was their book I always reached for when I had a question because they invested the time and gave me the resources. To me, that's the true legacy of LIGHTOLIER.
The history of LIGHTOLIER goes back to 1904. It was a reseller of parts that electricians used to assemble lighting fixtures in homes on site. There weren't prefabricated lighting fixtures. But the company changed to a manufacturer around the time it changed its name to LIGHTOLIER. Up until this time, the company followed the maxim, better class than mass, meaning its products were upscale, but sold in relatively low volume. It ultimately needed to pursue larger markets, and then starting in the 1950s, made essentially commercial and architectural lighting, which it never really lost. For any company that's lasted over 100 years, change has been a constant. With its history of diverse worldwide population, SIGNIFY and LIGHTOLIER are remarkably close despite the difference in their size.
So LIGHTOLIER has always been respected for not only our legacy products, but our forward thinking. You know, our mission and goal of being one of the most sustainable lighting companies and have a zero carbon footprint is in our DNA. So looking at how we can be more sustainable, looking how we can be innovative, but also being respectful around the world about what we're doing and what we're doing within the environment. Globally, our workforce actually represents over 74 different countries and 96 plus different nationalities. We feel that diversity actually helps strengthen not only our workforce, but also our products.
That openness is one of the things that made LIGHTOLIER great at its time and is very much an important idea today as well. Regardless of its role in a corporation, a culture of leadership, innovation, and a willingness to be exposed to and explore new ideas is always valuable.
One of the things that sets LIGHTOLIER apart from any lighting manufacturer in the industry is that we are the first major manufacturer to produce 3D printing luminaires on an industrial scale. What makes LIGHTOLIER a leader in the technology is now that we're doing 3D printing, we can harness and develop even more products at a quicker time to market. So if a lighting designer or specifier want to change or alter a design, we can do that quickly and print out a sample in a matter of days, not months, not years. We actually print on demand, and by printing locally, we're able to reduce our carbon footprint in transportation as well as energy consumption during the manufacturing process. When you look at our products with our visual comfort and looking at how we design light, it's been always key in understanding how it affects human well-being. And as you can see with 3D printing, we're bringing that innovation in our DNA forward.
LIGHTOLIER was more than just a track and a downlight company throughout the years. It was a company that invested in their people, and their legacy continues to spread throughout the world.
Nothing sells lighting to somebody on a personal basis as seeing it and doing it. LIGHTOLIER also developed what became known as the lighting lab concept, which you can think of as a showroom, but it was really a resource where you could see lighting. So that could include a wall, for example, with grid lines on it so that you could understand beam spreads, and the ability to hold products and components in your hand to understand how they're made. I think the long-term impact of these efforts was in individuals who became totally engaged in lighting.
We've transferred everything that I've learned from LIGHTOLIER into our current business today. We have a showroom that shows off the products that we sell. We spend a lot of time educating our clients. And so we translate that here at Lighting Environments, and we use these values and weave them into the very fabric of our company. LIGHTOLIER is a culmination of 100 years of investing in people. Think about all the people that they've affected and all the lives and all the education that they've put forth that started with one dream. That's huge.